Hello guys and welcome back. We're Courtney and James, and after 12 months living full-time in our bright orange Sprinter van and travelling Europe, we're back in the UK doing some pretty big renovations, which means ripping out almost all of our interior. Call us crazy. Subscribe and stick with us as we rebuild our home.
Hi guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
So we are back working on the van. In the last episode we were putting our new subfloor in, so that is done.
Yep.
It feels good to be making some progress after the demolition phase. And this weekend we are, what are we doing?
We're gonna do some cladding so it doesn't look like a spaceship, and potentially look at getting the bed struts in, and finalising our layout because we've got a really good idea.
Yeah.
We just don't know exactly
the exact measurements of how it's definitely going to configure into the space.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed it's actually all going to fit.
Yeah, it will.
But we've been freezing for the last however many weeks now.
It's December in the most northerly point in England. So yeah.
Look at these outfits.
Ooh, so thick.
We picked these up off Amazon and they're like
so
old
cheap,
oil rig outfits.
It says Dragon Oil, I don't know if you can see that.
But they are thermal, they're quilted, so you know, now we're looking like escaped convicts.
Let's begin.
Let's begin.
Whoa.
So as you can see, since our last episode, we have also, so we've now nail gunned the floor down, and we've now put this piece on the wall, which will be the bottom of, like, behind the bed and behind the seat and behind the kitchen unit, and then we're going to clad up from there. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're also going to box off the wheel arch. We've just bought our new right angle clamp today. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You look so funny.
Thanks.
We also have a no outdoor shoe policy, so our slippers are now in the van. Matching. Kinda. It is also probably worth mentioning that this time around, instead of using timber cladding, which we had on the ceiling, on the walls, window frames, everything last time, shower room, we are now using Eurocell plastic cladding soffit board, I think it's called. So essentially James has just placed this piece here ready to go on next, but it is like really lightweight plastic, and then it's got a hollow inside, so it's got good insulating properties because the air gets trapped in between the little spaces. So we have to say thank you to the guys from Van Life Builds on Instagram, maybe YouTube, I'm not sure if they have a YouTube channel, because they recommended this stuff to us ages ago before we actually set off on our adventure back in January around Europe. They told us about it for our back doors, so as you can see we already have it on the back doors here, and it is a fraction of the weight of actual timber. So this is our main weight saving method, swapping all the timber for lightweight hollow plastic, which gives the same look and feel, and is also wipeable, so it's dog friendly. Winning! And we are also using sticks like this year rather than using screws or anything, because it's so lightweight that it really doesn't need the screws or anything, and the overheads, when they go up there, they get screwed into the battens, so these are not going to be load bearing. So yeah, what you doing? Ooh, thank you.
It's like air.
Under the night sky, I want your eyes.
Da 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 da!
Woohoo!
Not bad, eh?
We have 2 new window frames. Well, obviously there will
Holes.
be actual frames.
Holes for the frames.
Holes for the frames.
We're probably going to leave this one at this height here because we're not entirely sure of how far our overhead comes down. We think it's somewhere in here.
So we don't know if we can fit another piece, a full one, or whether we're going to have to cut one, which we think we're probably going to have to do.
Well, yeah, we don't know what our plan is with the overhead, so we're going to leave that one to there and then start doing the kitchen, I think.
Shower room.
Shower room, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, and cladding.
Yeah, let's do that. Currently trying to scribe this wall using this very precarious.
Bob, you need to keep it on the roof at the top or it's not going to work.
Okay.
Try that again.
Sorry, it's really hard.
So keep that left hand up nice and tight, yeah.
And then this bit's funny because it then.
Yeah.
Okay, so this line is the one you're cutting. Okay?
The closer one.
Yeah, the closer one.
Okay. I'm just going to smooth out those.
Good luck! And if you're not sure how to scribe something and you don't have the actual tool, like us, you can use a hole saw of any kind of size that you want. Stick a hole through the middle with a drill bit, stick your pencil through, run it down the wall. Easy.
Free scribe.
Free scribe.
And scribed.
Not too shabby.
No. What do you think?
Looks quite good, I think. Now
Yeah.
we just have to figure out a way to translate this onto cladding that is all in singular pieces. So you think we should glue them together first, wait for them to dry, and then come back to this?
Yeah. Or if you're confident holding them while I cut 7 or 8 in one go. That's the quicker option.
It is the quicker
But
option.
is it the better
Whether
option?
it's the right option, I don't know.
So, after
Scribing?
for like an hour, said,
Yeah, over there.
to get the lay of the van up in the curve, we've now transferred that onto this piece of.
Plastic cladding that we've glued together and left to dry overnight.
Yep. So now we're gonna cut it.
Oh, you are?
Okay.
Because your cutting skills are better than mine. Awesome. I just realised we probably should have marked it on the back. We've been quite lucky this time, but
Oh,
sometimes the jigsaw scratches material, so I don't think it's too bad. And this bit as well is going to be hidden behind the overhead. It's only this bottom bit that'll be seen, so awesome. Let's see if it fits.
Not very straight. That's not worked at all.
No? Well, that was unsuccessful. First of all, we've scribed and cut the wrong side. We had it upside down. And second of all, it doesn't line up. Ta-da!
We fixed it.
We fixed it.
Move your body.
So what we realised we'd done was as you saw, we had a piece of insulation that we were lining up with the top here and the ceiling, so we were using the ceiling as almost our levelling point.
Which isn't straight.
Is not straight. Anyone who's building a van will know that actually the ceiling kind of curves up a bit. So then all of our cladding was like, whoop, and we'd cut it upside down, so that didn't help either. So yeah, we glued them back together and re-scribed using a straight line across the top here. So we just marked a straight line from this piece.
So it actually looks
Decent now.
yeah, not fully profesh, but a lot better than the last one did.
Yeah, and the one that we did last time, like none of these were all like half across the ones on the wall, so it looks a lot better than the ones we had last year. So we're happy with it overall.
Awesome. So we're jumping around a bit with tasks today, but today we're cutting down this, which is the strut that our magic bed is going to sit on, hopefully. And we couldn't afford like a proper nitrous saw. So got this box which is a tenner, and basically you line up your mark with the 90-degree one because you want a nice straight edge, and you put your sword in your cup. Sword? This is not
your
a sword.
Who do you think you are?
I mean, the electric one would have been a lot quicker.
So, now that that is cut down, this is our magic bed strut. This part is not magic, but the bed will be magic. So what we've done is marked where we have struts that run down the wall, like on this side you can see from our window frame. So these go straight into the metal. So these will be the main support for our heavy arses, basically. Which means that, yeah, this will have a screw that goes all the way through here, through the strut that's behind it, which is then supported into the metal. So in theory, it should be very well supported overall.
Let's try it.
So let's try and get this one on. Well, that theory didn't quite go to plan, as with most things. It just does not feel that supported. I'll show you. So, if you put your weight on it, like it kind of twists. And I know that you're never going to put your weight like directly on this piece. It'll be your weight will be distributed across these bars, but what we don't want is for, you know, this piece to warp over time, you know, in 12 months or whatever, and us to have to take the whole bed apart to try and fix that very integral piece. So what we're going to do is James is going to go to Screwfix. We're going to take these screws out and we're going to get 10 centimetre long self-tapping metal screws. So these will now instead go through this piece, the wood, and then through the metal cavity as well. And then hopefully that won't allow this piece to move at all. Right, tell me what you got.
I have some really big screws.
Okay, so these are
going to go through this.
Show me this. So these are self-drilling and they are 100 mils.
By
so
5.5.
One more?
Okay.
The whole van's moving when you do that.
Yeah, okay. Yes!
Yes!
Boom. That works.
Boom shakalaka.
Now we just have to try and measure and make sure this one is the same height on this side.
Welcome to the Meeks Magic Bed. So I'm going to show you how this works. We're going to have a fixed area here, which is a meter, which will be our day bed. And then what we're going to do is there'll be one of these here, one of these here, and there'll be one of them in front. The one in front is slidable, so it will go from day bed to sofa bed. And then when we want to sleep, it will go to full length double bed. And that means there'll be slats that connect from this one into this fixed beam here, and this will slide over a worktop storage area here, and what will be a seat, and then another seat here. So we'll have the full-on use of the space in bed mode, and the back cushion will come down into here, and then the cushions from the seats will come up and into the bottom, so we have the full mattress. Boom! If it works.
So we're back for a new day working on the van, and we're on the roof because when we were in Italy we were in the middle of a torrential storm, and we noticed that we had a very small drip coming from the inside frame of the roof fan, and when we came up here we realised that the sealant on the front side was really thin in comparison to the other three sides. So we think that's where it's been getting in and then soaking into the expanding tape that's underneath, that kind of frames underneath here, and then soaking through and dripping through on the inside. Now we checked, we've taken the frame off on the inside, there's no like rust or anything, so there's no like serious damage, but we knew that we were going to have to sort it out. So what I've done is taken off loads of sealant, scraped off bit by bit, which was not fun, and then what we've done is taken out some of these small screws. I don't know if you can see those, but they're rusty as hell. So we've taken those out, we've replaced them, we've cure rusted inside the screw holes, and we've replaced them with new longer self tappers. So that should solve that issue. And now what I'm going to do is put new Sikaflex around these two sides that were causing the issue. So yeah, at least it's going to be getting sorted, and hopefully it doesn't rain. Well, that is job done. Now we just need to find a way to cover it so that it can dry, because Sikaflex on Google it says it takes like 5 to 7 days. Now we don't remember it taking that long when we used it previously, but I guess that's for it to like fully cure. So yeah, we need to tape some sort of bag over the top of it to stop any water getting in. And what we're also going to do is put the leveling chucks under the back wheels and kind of tilt DeeDee forward, so if it does rain, like no water that gets on the front of the van is going to run backwards. It'll just run down off the windscreen, in theory. So a lot of this is in theory, if you haven't already realised. A lot of it's just give it a go and hope. It's not the tidiest of jobs. You know, you can still see where the old sealant was underneath. That's still little scrapey bits there, but it was just too difficult to get off. And then under here it's an absolute shambles, because obviously there's the old sealant which is really dirty and we use white, and then I've joined it with this new sealant. So I mean, it just needs to be functional, because no one's ever going to see it. So if it doesn't leak, hopefully we'll never see it again either. Right, let's get this baby taped up. And I think we're probably going to leave this one here. So we've done quite a lot this week.
Have we?
Well, it feels like we have. We've done the cladding on both walls. We've got our magic bed strut in. We
Overhead's up.
Put our overhead up. We've clad that wall.
Mostly.
Oh yeah. Apart from the very tiny bit at the bottom. Then we're now onto the front of the wardrobe and the shower. So we're just finishing that off.
Well, I had a haircut as well.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
had a
that.
haircut.
And
And
a
I
beard
fixed
trim.
the fan. So for only a few days of van work, 4 days, something, that's pretty
alright,
good
innit?
going, I would say. So yeah, we're going to leave this one here, and we will catch you in the next one, when I think we're going to be working on our electrics.
Yeah, maybe. Electrics, yeah.
We have
Or
a whole
kitchen.
list, and we're just like randomly picking things off the list. So the electrics is on there, starting to build the kitchen.
Plumbing. It all
Plumbing.
needs to happen.
Gas, we need to figure out what we need to do with our gas. So
Yep.
there's lots of things on the list.
So it's going to be a lottery, guys. So make sure that you check back next week, and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because it helps the channel grow, and you know, we need to grow. We need money.
Don't say that.
No, and we want you to follow us on our journey.
Yes, that's
genuinely
more authentic.
Yeah, that's genuinely what we want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So follow us, and we'll see you next week, guys.